Hi, everybody. So, this week we're talking about taking control of your health. So, what can we do to take control of our health? S- There's so many things out there, and a lot of us don't know where to start. Quite often, we don't even think about taking control of our health or doing anything for our health until we become ill. So, that's not a great response. That's kind of like the ambulance at the bottom of the hill type thing. That's really what medicine is supposed to do. Medicine is supposed to help us once we can no longer heal ourselves. But there's so much that we can do to keep ourselves healthy, keep ourselves from suffering from injuries long term, and we a lot of times really don't know where to begin. So that's what we're going to talk about a bit today. So there's really a couple of things that we talk about as being natural medicines, or a natural way to control what our bodies do, and those things are nutrition, sleep, breathing, temperature, and exercise. Those are the main big ones, as well as thoughts. So we don't really think about it, but what we eat, what we think, what we do really makes a big difference in how healthy we are. If we are eating a lot of junk food, our bodies don't have the building blocks to repair any damage that is occurring. So it is really important that we eat things that are nutritious, things that have not really been processed very much, and that contain the things that our body needs to stay healthy, to repair damaged cells. There's an old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. And that is so true. So if we're not using our muscles will weaken. And when our muscles are weak, we can't hold our posture. And when we can't hold our posture properly, we are more prone to injuries and things like back pain and tendonitis and shoulder problems and sciatica. So it is really important that we get exercise, not only to actually keep our muscles strong and keep our posture, but also to keep our heart and lungs strong. Because let's be honest, our heart and lungs are muscles. So we need to keep those going. What about thoughts? If we're walking around depressed, anxious, stressed out, what happens? Do we feel good? Does our body function the way it's supposed to? Absolutely not. So having a brighter outlook on things, dealing with our stress levels are all really important and will actually make us feel much better. And to be honest, when we're stressed out, that does affect our immune system. So we are more likely to become ill with whatever virus or bug is going around when we are stressed out or having negative thoughts. So what we think is actually quite important too. And one thing I would highly recommend is during times of things like what we've been going through the last 2 years with pandemics, walk away from the television. Stop watching the news. Stop reading the news, because it does make us anxious. Sleep. Our bodies do most of our healing when we're asleep. It's able to take energy and refocus it to healing rather than doing things. So if we're not getting enough sleep at night, our bodies cannot heal. They cannot grow. They cannot function the way they're supposed to the next day. So it is really important that we are getting proper sleep. Not just the length of sleep, but that we're actually staying asleep and we're not getting up and tossing and turning, or things like sleep apnea. So setting really good bedtime routines, getting into the habit of sleeping the same amount of hours every night, so going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time, staying away from blue light electronics right before bed, that kind of sets our bodies so that we're in an awake mode. So things like our cell phones, computers, televisions, we really shouldn't be using right before we go to bed. Using things like a sleep mask, having a comfortable pillow, having a proper mattress, having essential oils, those things can all make a huge difference in how we're sleeping at night. I know for me, having my husband not snoring would be really good, but sometimes those things we can't control. So try and control as many things around that as we can. Now, I did mention temperature. How does temperature make a difference in what our bodies are doing? Well, there's a lot of research around that talks about how hot and cold changes the way our bodies function. Heat is really good for bringing blood flow to different areas and bringing oxygen to various areas. It helps speed up metabolism. And cold is really good at reducing inflammatory markers and reducing inflammation. So we can use those, whether it's things like infrared saunas or spas or hot showers or heat packs, ice packs, cold showers, cold dips in the Arctic waters. We can use those types of things to actually control what our bodies are doing. And there's a lot of research and information out there about that. So if you noticed, I didn't talk anything about supplements. I didn't talk about herbs or any of that. That's a whole nother category of things that we can be doing. But something as simple as just changing what we're eating, changing what we're thinking, changing what we're doing can make a huge difference in our health. So that's just some things to think about. Again, it's not necessarily going to stop an issue that's already there, but it's some small things that we can do to make things a bit better. So again, if you do have a big issue that you want to have looked at, give me a call, get in touch. Or if you just want to have a chat about some things that you can be doing differently to help improve your health, again, just give me a call and we can have a chat. Have a great day, guys.